So previously, y'all fought off a lizard folk incursion from kind of the north side of New Harbor and got back and are, I guess currently you guys are back in the tavern. Czar and Zamira got invited to have some of Wyatt's private stock of ale. And you guys are in the tavern. It's pretty lively in there. There's the minstrel guy. He's playing a upbeat little ditty on his flute, and there's Tom, the pauper boy, kind of accompanying him. He's beating a drum beat out on his thighs and stomach. It's actually kind of impressive. Um, Barst is at the bar serving drinks, and there's general good cheer. I'd say the atmosphere is kind of like gallows humor, sort of. The town kind of feels um, on a nice edge to most of the people there because word's kind of gotten around that this Czar Cool character is on the other side of the river and that he's got far superior forces, far superior arms, and will be very capable of pretty much overwhelming and taking over the town. So the tavern is pretty full. People are drinking a lot, and everybody is kind of reverent of you, the companions, because you're basically their last hope here, and they have high hopes that perhaps you can save the town from being enslaved by Zarkul. So we're gonna kind of hop in here. What are you guys doing?
Probably just sitting at a table, drinking booze.
Tyrant, Theo are actually chilling outside the bar, relishing his.
I'm just gonna sit down with Pence. So I have no idea where I am.
All right, so you find Mike Pence. He is at the bar.
I'm gonna sit beside him and try to get the bartender to notice me for something.
All right, so Barst kind of walks over. Ah, Ivans. How are you?
Can I have a drink, please? Whatever your name is.
Name's Barst. Yes,
Nice
this
to
one will
meet
be
you.
on
My
the
name is
house.
Yvonne. Okay. Okay.
So Wyatt kind of has you and Zamira behind the bar, Czar. He's like, try some of this. See if it hits your belly right. And pours out like a very, very dark ale. And it smells like liquor. You know, it is some intensely alcoholic stuff with kind of a coffee note and some oaky tones.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Take a big swig.
Slight sin of irony. You take a big swig, and it kind of like hits your mouth like a hammer. All of your teeth just start to wiggle, and you feel like you need to cough, but it just hits you so strong you can't even cough. It like stifles your breath and just like
I
forces its
spit it
way
out
down your
on
throat. Now you
Zamira.
try to spit it out, and it's like inside of you. But the after effects. It's got a pleasantly some pleasant rapey aftertones. Yeah, that sounds good.
Let's
I'm shaking a little bit, and my daggers come out of reflex, and I just put them back away when I get back from the recoil, I guess. Recover. And like I look up at what's his name, Wyatt, and I'm like, delicious.
It's like, ha ha! Ah, I knew you'd like it. It hits me at just the right spot. And he just takes, like, empties his horn of ale, just like one huge gulp, and then pours
Right.
out another one for himself.
I'm gonna refill mine and hop over the counter and walk off.
So Zamira approaches Wyatt, and she's had some. She's like, "So, Wyatt, you promised me a boat." Ah, yes. Wyatt kind of like has a wincing on his face, like, damn, she remembered. He's like, if you head out to the docks, it should be waiting there. Though I must warn you, it's in no shape for sea at the moment. We'll probably have to do some repairs on it. Maybe whenever the blacksmith comes from the monastery, he can take a look. She just kind of leaves halfway through his explanation, and she's out of the bar.
Okay.
So Kyron, are you outside?
Long time.
What?
So a kind of timid looking woman walks out of the tavern, and she's holding what looks like scraps from the table, and she kind of proffers it to you. She's like, for your spider friend. Never seen a spider wolf.
Much appreciated. One sec, I gotta fix my fucking mic.
A fucking mic?
God damn.
What is that?
Ah, maybe that'll be better. Is it working now?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Oh, thanks so much. I could tell, Theo here is getting pretty hungry.
You're a ranger, right?
That I am. Any other questions?
Just the last ranger who was here. She was a good woman. I'm very sorry for her loss, and I'm glad that you're here in the town to protect us.
Well, I lost a friend, but gained another one. And I'll pat little Theo on his head.
He's a handsome creature.
Thanks. I wouldn't come too close to him though. He's still trying to get used to humans, I think.
Well, aren't we all? Well, I'll leave you to it.
Alright, well, you have a good night.
The name's Missy. I'll
Alright, Missy.
see you around.
And I'll just tip my imaginary hat.
The fedora's been tipped.
My lady.
Nice.
All right. Missy goes back into the tavern looking for Ian. Little meta. Okay. Everyone is very festive. Y'all are drinking well. You kind of have a sense of security. Might be false, might be earned, but given the fact that you killed kind of the four scouts of Zarkul's lizard folk regime, I suppose it would be safe to guess that you have at least this night to celebrate. While you guys were inside drinking and having fun, Kyron was studying the blade.
Hell yeah.
Did he study it from Alex's Pathfinder character?
Yes, probably.
Alright,
Way
so
of the weeb.
what's Ellie Jobel up to?
Drinking too much out. She
I'm
passed out.
yeah, I'm drunkenly talking to some chipmunks outside.
Nice.
Nice.
My BFFs, you know?
Kyron, do you feel the need to approach this strange creature?
I'm just gonna be kind of like looking up at the sky, but I'm gonna notice Theo start to tiptoe off, and I'll just kind of at a distance just watch what he's doing as he goes to Ellie Jabel.
So a large spider wolf approaches Ellie Jobel.
I tackle hug him in my drunken state and smoosh my nose towards his nose.
Kyron's just gonna shake his head and make a little smirk.
So you guys have a nice evening and are feeling relieved. Your stress damages are now halved, whatever they were before. And you're all ready to kind of, I guess, go to sleep. Who is going to rest within the inn?
I'll probably do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna go in and see if they are gonna let Theo into the room with me.
So the spider wolf kind of follows you inside. Everyone kind of crowds away as he enters, and Barst raises an eyebrow. He's like, "Well, we don't really have a room for your spider wolf friend, Mr. Ranger, but he could rest in the cellars. We've got plenty of space down there."
Do you have some extra bed rolls or something? I'll stay down there with him.
Aye, it should be plenty comfy. I sleep with the ale all the time.
Hey, well, send me one of those L's and me and Theo will be on our way down to the cellar.
Cheers, mate. So
With you?
head down.
Do we
to the
round?
cellar.
Do we round our stress up or down?
Always round down.
I was at 5. Okay.
Yeah, so you're 2.
Do we all lose 3?
No, just half whatever it is. So I guess everyone should be at the same amount, probably.
It's cool. I'm gonna go search for my room and get hopelessly lost because I didn't get good directions.
Ah, Vance, are you looking for a place?
I suppose, yes, if in such general terms.
Well, we've got a room. We've got plenty of rooms, but we've got one. Would you like the same one you slept in last time? You take one.
I was here before?
Oh yes, don't you remember?
No.
Ah, well, you're a strange lass. We've got one room, back a ways. It was next to the Paladins, if I remember.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna skulk away and wait till Adam goes up.
Alright, so this minstrel guy's been singing. He starts telling a wild tale about a bear, and a princess.
I want to listen to this tale
A bear, there was a bear.
to attend his
Black
little
and brown and
storytelling.
covered in hair.
My God.
So the minstrel's playing. He's got a pleasant tenor voice. He looks to be half elf. Mike, what are you up to?
You said it's pretty late, right?
Yeah, you're starting to feel it. You're pretty old.
Yeah, I was gonna say up there. I'll probably finish my beer real quick and then head upstairs because I'm old, so I definitely booked a room in advance.
Yeah, so you head into the room. Barst kind of like nods at you, tips his ale he's been drinking with the rest, and you get into your room. Someone was thoughtful enough to change your bed sheets.
I don't want that happening again.
Jeez.
Rough day. But yeah, I'll probably just put up my stuff and get ready for bed.
All right, so you hit the stack, and you're knocked out just instantaneously.
So I followed him up, but I'm not sure if he meant the left or right. I'm gonna take a chance and just sleep in either.
Yeah, so you go into Czar's room.
Oh no.
That's where we find out Zara sleeps like a bat.
Yeah, all the windows like blacked out. He's put like 3 layers of fabric over the window.
Gonna
Emo
say to myself,
music
this is
blaring.
cozy and go to bed.
Lincoln Park in the background.
What is it? Simple Plan.
Yeah, you can play it.
So now we just got Kyron. He's down in the cellar.
Mhm.
All right, so Ellie Jubble, where are you gonna crash?
Well, since I'm already outside and I'm pretty drunk, I'm going to change into a fox and curl up next to some of my woodland friends in the grass.
All right.
Can you use that to like stealth?
Oh, can I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you change into
feel
a
like that
character
would be
with a
cool.
stealth bonus.
But right now I'm using it for a sleeping bonus.
Yeah, you get your built-in pillow/blanket with your tail.
Oh wow, what the heck?
So cute.
I know, Fox OP. All right, now everyone is asleep.
Where did I go? Did I go somewhere?
Oh yeah, did you go to bed?
Sure.
All right. Zar, do you go to your room and find an Avance in there?
Yeah, I see her in there and go to another room.
All right. Zar concedes his room.
I want to go to Avance's room, actually.
Yeah, so
If she has one.
you go to Avance's room. Next day, everyone wakes up. You head down to tavern main room, and there's like a couple stragglers in there that look to have passed out in the festivities. Barst is cleaning the table. It's a little quiet. Seems that the minstrel had a late night. He's nowhere to be seen.
Song must have worked out for him.
Yeah. Who's the first to wake?
Definitely not the old guy.
I think I am. Because I'm outside.
All right, you wake up. Your stomach is a little hungry.
I change back into a gnome and I wander inside for food.
All right. As you enter, this is your first time in the tavern, but it is dwarvish made. So as you walk in, the stairs kind of go downward, and It's just a nice, cozy little place. There's a corner that looks to be frequented by the minstrel player most often. There's like a weird minstrel instrument on the ground. There's a flute there, and some people sleeping. And then there's a dwarf behind the bar.
I ask the dwarf for some breakfast.
Ah, why hello, miss. You're new.
Yes, I stumbled upon a traveling band of kind of hooligan-y people, and they shared their ale with me, so now we're all best friends.
Ah, you're more than welcome to share my ale. Here, have some, and would you like some breakfast, miss?
Nothing goes better with breakfast than ale, so of course.
I will always agree. You gnomes know how to live. Now, would you like a nice hot bowl of porridge or some of the cold meat cuts we had from last night?
I'll just have some porridge.
All right. I don't have anything in the way of berries, but we've got some honey. I know that you gnomes have a sweet tooth.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so he gives you your porridge. Who's next?
I'll come down and just stumble into the bar very early.
Ah, hello. Good morning, Avance.
Morning, sir. Nice to meet you again.
You're a funny one. Would you like some porridge or some cold cut meat?
Both. Put the meat in the porridge.
Ah, that's a good idea. I should patent it. Here, have some. So he,
What's a patent?
oh, you know, fancy terms for getting paid money when other people use your ideas. Now,
Huh.
would you like some ale or just some water?
Water's fine, sir.
All right, he pours you a nice warm glass of lukewarm water.
So it's fair enough. I don't know what I was expecting.
Yeah, they don't have ice here. Sorry.
So, gnome companion, I guess. How was your night? Guess she doesn't like me. Alright.
Oh, it was good. I snuggled up with some nice woodland creatures. I never sleep as well as I do when I'm outdoors.
Okay. Fair enough. Vitamin D and all. Someone saved me.
It's an
All right.
porridge.
I'll me and Spider Boy were coming from the cellar looking for food. He smelt it and nudged me awake.
All right, you come into the tavern. Barst has actually left out a nice bowl of table scraps, some chicken bones, but also like the meatier, fattier portions of the cuts that most people tend not to eat, and kind of left it out for the wolf spider.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna have him sit right next to me by Avance and Ellie, Jobel, and Barkeep. Can I get whatever y'all have for breakfast?
Now I've got some porridge. We got some leftover meat.
I'll take both. It's fine with me.
Alrighty. Would you like some ale, Kyron?
A little early, isn't it?
Well,
It's
maybe
never
for
too
a
early
human.
for ale.
You
Well,
humans have, well, gentler spirits than some, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll leave the early drinking to the druid over there. I'll just take some water.
Alright, so by this time, the old man and the drow should probably be awake.
Yep. I'll just make my way downstairs after putting on my gear. Ask for some. Actually, yeah. I'll just go to the breakfast bowl.
Porridge, Master Paladin?
That'll do fine.
Would you like some honey?
Just a little.
He dollops a little dollop of honey for
this
his honey bun.
isn't Avant. Then I'll go take it and sit next to Kyron.
I will wave at Sir Pence.
How was your night, old man?
Better than the previous one.
Hear you there. I'll be happy when I'm back out in the forest, away from all this insanity.
You seen Wyatt today?
Nope. Have any of y'all?
Nope.
Well, Master Wyatt, he tends to sleep rather late.
Well, I think you should be. You should wake up to Theo. Where's he stay?
He usually sleeps over in the militia quarters.
Perfect.
Barracks. That's the word.
I love to see people's face whenever they pass by Theo. So that'll be his greeting this morning.
Ah, well, y'all have been at the barracks before. I'll
Mhm.
leave you to it.
Well, I'm ready to go when y'all are. Have y'all seen the
Go ahead and stumble down.
killer?
Oh man. I'll go ahead and stumble down the stairs whenever.
All right, so the drow stumbles down the stairs, looking happy.
What you so happy for, Drow?
I like sleeping in beds more than, well, grass, if you know what I mean. It was a good night of sleep.
Good to hear, buddy.
Had to clarify that. Good night.
With the smirk on your face, I would have expected you to have a woman in bed, but I'm not sure
Hey,
how
you
you
never
swings
know.
are.
Oh,
Maybe I
yes. Master Drow, did you have a good time with the minstrel?
Who?
Mike Pence's eyes flare up.
Electricity sparking up.
I would love to hear more, Czar. I knew that smile wasn't just because you had a good old sleep.
Show me your daggers.
I'm gonna go punch him on the shoulder.
It's been a while since our minstrel friend has had a companion.
What?
I'm glad he was able to charm the handsome drow.
Wait,
Huh. Is handsome what you call Czar?
well, you caught me, I guess.
Oh, what a dirty dog.
Yeah,
I bet you're into some real kinky stuff, Czar.
you know it.
I don't, and I'd rather keep it a secret, but
I have one question, Czar. The minstrel is still alive, correct? Long pause.
Well, yeah. This was all a joke. I never saw the minstrel last night.
Though he probably had a few little deaths, as they say.
Well, what were we doing?
I believe
Yes,
you
sir.
were headed out to find Master Wyatt.
We should do that.
alright.
Okay, I guess. Fine.
Go.
Guys, you exit and make your way over to the militia's barracks. And there's kind of a haze over the New Harbor area. Some of the buildings are smoldering. But all in all, it looks like a not totally destroyed town. And the people seem cheery enough. You get to the barracks and you enter. And just hear this stentorian snoring.
Perfect. Well, as I see him, I'm going to ask Theo to crawl on the ceiling and slowly drip some of his drool onto his face, and then have him spin a little web right over him.
Alright, so there's a web over Wyatt. And as his venomy drool kind of dabbles onto Wyatt's forehead, his brow twitches and some of his fur kind of singes and starts to smoke. And he kind of like
Jesus.
stutters awake like, "Ugh."
Jesus, Kyron, if you wanted to give him a heart attack, I could do that.
Well, you can do whatever you want with him after Theo gets done playing with him.
So Wyatt stumbles awake and starts clawing at his face and rips off the web. And just like there's like this guttural growl kind of going through the chamber, and then he sees you guys and he's like, "Oh, ha, that was very clever." Huh.
Wow, why you're pretty ballsy. If I saw a 6-foot spider over me, I might let out a little scream, to be honest. But I've heard stories you're a badass, I hear.
Badass. I know my way in a fight, but who are you hearing this from?
Here and there. Some of the monks, some of the people.
Well, hopefully they haven't told you too much. Now, to business. You all fought off that welcoming party, and we sent a message of our own to Zarkul, yes?
Oh yeah, he should. I can't wait to see his retaliation on that one.
Wait, did we just throw it back on the other side of the river?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember exactly what we did with it.
So, Paladin, you, every time I mention Zarkul's name, your eyes light up. Do you have a history with this, Dragonborn?
You could say that. I was wondering if you could tell us what would need defending if they attacked again. What's the worst spot?
Well, the, main way across the river for any sizable force would be the bridge. And, that is in Old Harbor. I guess that's what I'll call it. We haven't really started rebuilding over there. It's, something of a ghost town, and, well, there have been quite a few lycanthropes that we've exiled, and the were-rats might have, built up something of a den for themselves over there.
I'd like to mention the pot leaf that Rexico gathered. Or Kyron, my bad.
Oh yes, Plotleaf. That is actually quite useful. You should send that over to Boss.
Can I like take it out of Jordan's pack and like demonstrate it to him?
Yeah, what do you mean by demonstrate?
Just like put it near him.
As you
Try to get a reaction.
Like those commercials on TV where they sell stuff.
Here, apply it directly to the forehead.
Yvonne wants some on here.
What?
you start kind of like
God, what's this?
extending your hand of plot leaf towards him, and he just kind of grabs it. He's like, "Yes, I am aware of what this stuff does. Yes, good to have it. You should send it to Barst. He's useful at making concoctions with this. So, about that bridge. My job for you, I believe, would be to bring it down, honestly. It's an older bridge, and it's actually in tatters, but I believe if you could apply some of your maybe magic and sizable strength, you might be able to demolish the bridge and slow, I guess, that Dragonborn's advances on our town.
What's the bridge made of?
It used to be made of stone, but it was quite damaged during the war. Now it's in a rather fragile state, but I honestly haven't been over there in a while. If you take some Barf's more flammable materials, you might be able to create a explosion of sorts.
How flammable and explosive are we talking about?
That would be a job to ask Barst. He's our regional alchemist.
Do you think it would be a good idea to lure them over the... Have they used the bridge before to attack the town?
Well, we know they have lizard folk, and they are capable swimmers. But from what I hear, he has quite a few battalions of Dragonborn, and he's been recruiting some of the naysayers in the parts. I imagine he's gathered some of the lycanthropes we exiled from our town, but honestly I can't say how many, and I do believe that the best way for them to cross would be that bridge.
Why don't we blow it up when they're trying to cross?
I hadn't thought of that. That's a good idea. Though I
We
don't
have the
know
ranger.
whenever they'll be charging either. I'm more about taking precautionary measures than trying to time it perfectly, but, well, it's up to you guys.
I don't know how many explosives we have in this group. So now that y'all have a really good idea, you might just want to get rid of the bridge.
We don't have explosives, but Bars does.
Well, we can set it up and wait till the end of the day, and if they don't cross, we just blow it.
Well, as long as they know how to do it. And I'm as far away as possible from the bridge when it explodes and the explosives, and I'm down to try it.
You can shoot it with an arrow.
One thing for certain is that we are outnumbered dramatically. But I do think that Zarkul has made a tactical error in recruiting so many, well, unpredictable types to his cause, I must say. The wereboars and the werewolves and the wererats are all really rather territorial, and they do not tribally really get along. I suspect we could find a way to turn them against each other.
I like that idea.
But where is Zamira? Well, I guess she's off on that boat. Huh. She might come back, but who cares?
I can see why most of us have a smile on our face. It's much less quiet, and my brain's not being rattled by her constant voice. I have an idea to kind of turn the werebeast against each other, but it's gonna take like actually infiltrating their ranks.
Let's do it.
I
As he
mean,
says that, everyone
no.
kind of turns towards Czar.
Wait.
it's a hodgepodge of people. I'm sure any of us could walk in there, but Czar, if I can say one thing, you're a master assassin. Never see you coming, bud. If you'll be able to sneak in there, apply this plot leaf
Directly to the
to
forehead.
some of the food of any of the werebeast, leave some markings or any type of, I don't know, proof that it was another one of the camps, and just have them turn against each other. To us, it's a harmless joke. To them, it'll piss each other off and sure start a pissing contest. So, I think you're the man for the job, Czar.
Hmm. I don't. Kind of feels like a suicide mission.
You
As
know
long
what?
as it works.
Czar, I'll go with you.
Really?
I guarantee it. Right there next to you, bud.
Trusting.
We just gotta look the part. You kind of look like a murderous guy.
Visibly taken aback. What? What do you mean?
I don't know. It's usually the daggers that seem to be constantly soaked in blood that gives it away, but
Oh, okay. You're probably
But-
right.
that's just me. I could probably use some gear to make myself look a little more rugged.
Oh, what the hell? Let's do it.
Well, since Zamir has taken the boat, you guys will have to take the bridge anyway. I must warn you that I have no idea the state of the city within the walls. And there could be any number of ruffians within, and I would just assume that they are lycanthropes. So, be careful.
Well, do we want to get the explosives? If y'all three want to set that up, while Czar and I try to sabotage, I think that would be.
Sorry, get what set up?
Let's get the explosives set up so they can cover our retreat if we
Yep.
need to run.
I'm still all for the explosives. Worst case scenario, our assassination attempts don't work, and then they don't hate each other anymore. And then we have double the problem.
Well, if they're getting chased out, that's when we build the bridge.
Yeah, I say you risk it for the biscuit. I trust y'all three to set it up while Czar and I go after it.
Well, we should set it up before we go. Is my idea.
All right, whatever.
We're
suits
not
you.
exactly strapped for time, I don't think.
I would venture to say that you have at least a day before Zarkul starts to press forward. And hopefully by then the monks from that monastery will have arrived and can aid us in defenses.
I hope so.
That makes things even easier.
Well, I say we get started. A day might seem like a bit, but I'm sure it'll fly by with us trying to make it through the city and sabotage a group and set up explosives. So
Well, let's go back to Barst then.
Give him that plot leaf while you're there.
Sure, you don't want some for protection?
Nah. I need only my arms. Now. Off.
badass.
Rub him with it.
Say, okay, I guess, and walk out. So suspicious.
So you guys exit and see the familiar face of Tom. He's like, Well, hello, guys. Where are you going?
Who?
Is Tom the homeless kid?
Yeah, he's the urchin.
Who are you, little boy?
Oh, I am Tom. I'm the man who knows things around here.
Well, I don't believe we've met. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, miss.
And I rub his
Oi.
head.
What are you? He's looking at Ellie Jobel.
Eye to eye.
Yeah, I.
I'm a gnome.
A gnome? I've never seen your type before. You're rather short.
That's rather rude, kid. Keep treating this kid like a child.
That is not the nicest thing to say. All gnomes are this height.
Ah, fun size. That's what I like to say.
Well, we do have a lot of fun as gnomes, so that's not inaccurate.
I'll have to play with you sometime. Me and the
Nice.
boys.
Can
I'm
I slap
not
him
a
on the
toy.
head?
And that's not how this works.
Oh, well, I saw you playing with the chipmunks and stuff. I figure we can make a fun game out of that.
Jesus.
There's like no sexual undertones. He's just a kid, okay?
I would imagine.
Okay. Sure.
Anyone who loves chipmunks is a friend of mine.
That's
Tom's
what I
exploring
believe.
himself.
Well, where are you guys headed?
To attempt to save everyone's ass the best we can.
Oi, where's that rather mean pirate fellow? What was her name?
Hopefully sailed off into the
Zelda?
great beyond.
Well, good riddance.
Was that her name?
It's an.
I tried to steal her scimitar and she just took it back.
How rude!
I
She
know.
didn't even use it.
I was just wanting to play with it for a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, kid. If I happen to find a scimitar that's not too sharp, I'll give it to you. How about that?
My own scimitar.
And I'll sharpen it for you.
Well, that's probably not. I don't know how efficient this kid is with blades. Not everyone can be Uzar.
I'll
Well, if you give me a blade, I'll be able to fight alongside you. We'll kill those lizard folk, cut off their tails, make them eat them.
I think back to Paul Ryan and how he died horribly. All I can see is his face and this kid.
A grown ass orc, little baby Tom.
I think back as well and just smile.
Oh, Mr. Paladin, you saved my friend Will last night. Thank you. I see that you're speechless. You are quite stoic.
I just kind of look at him.
Good job, Mr. Paladin.
I know. Doesn't even require thanks.
He like whispers in Ellie's ear. He's kind of creepy.
Yeah, I know.
Well, if you need me or any information, I'm Tom, the most notable and wisest and, well, I know things. Well, I'll be off.
Thanks, Tom. I try to pat him on the head, but he's too tall.
Goodbye, little gnome. I'll see you guys later.
Here, kid. Take this and hold on to it for me. And I'm gonna take out the dinosaur tooth that I removed.
His eyes are huge. Is this a dagger?
That's a tooth from our adventures. Came from a Allosaur that almost ripped poor Czar apart. But Czar fought long and hard while we pried the beast mouth open and freed Czar. So every time you see this tooth, think about Czar being eaten. and I'll pat him on the head and run off, bud.
You're a great storyteller.
I thank
That
you,
never
Mr.
happened.
Ranger. And
Mhm.
thank you,
Yeah.
Drought, for, dislodging this tooth with your body. Skips away. What's that
Oh my
perception
God.
check for?
Let's see if I heard him say, if he's kind of creepy. But whatever.
All right, so you guys are back at the tavern, entering.
Hey,
Barst
Bars.
kind of sees you guys enter. He's like, "Well, how you guys doing?"
What's the largest explosive you have?
Straight to the point.
Hmm.
Nice.
Ah,
So we had permission.
well, I've got a special store of particularly volatile ale down in my cellar.
Is it bridge explosive worthy?
For blowing up the bridge. Well,
Maybe.
I could I'll look into it. He goes down. You hear some loud popping. He comes up and there's like residual smell of smoke on him. It's like, oh, I do believe that this will work. And he gives you like a liter size of it's like a small keg. Just be really careful with that.
And this is enough to
There has
demolish
to
the
be more.
bridge?
Well, did you
They're about
hear the pops in
four
the
of
cellar as I
them?
was coming up?
No.
Wait, what did he say?
Did you hear those explosions as I was coming up the cellar?
Sort of.
That's where the moisture from the cellar condensed on this keg, dropped off onto the ground. It has just enough
Ah,
materials seeping through the oak to combine with the sweat, and well, let me just say it's very explosive. Be very careful. I'm sorry I'm butchering his voice.
That's all good.
whatever you say. I don't know anything about explosives. If you think this is enough, then the city's on your hands, brother.
Just he pulls out like a long fuse. Make sure that you attach this and get plenty of head start, because this thing is actually quite explosive.
You think if I just nailed it with an arrow, it would ignite?
Aye, that would work. A flaming arrow would be even better.
Well, that's a good backup in case things don't grow away.
Before he hands it to you, he like grabs some fabric and like wraps it around it, and then like some hay, and he like wraps it around that, and then he wraps it again, and he like gingerly offers it. Be very careful.
Let's
I call dibs on not holding it.
let's keep that away from Zamira if she comes back.
Yeah.
Just a request.
Is there a way you could have another one of these ready just in case?
I'll be down in
Or
the
at least,
cellar,
you know,
and I'll be
start.
working. I'll mix up another batch.
Perfect. Might need more if we're supposed to defend the town.
It's kind of expensive. If you have, I don't know, 1,000 gold on you.
Do I?
Gonna charge us for saving the town?
Jeez. You have to give us a discount. It's going to a good cause, obviously.
I mean, I just
Why
need
do
to
we
be
need
able to
to?
purchase the materials.
How much did you ask?
1,000 gold.
How about we
Oh.
just not fuck up?
Well, go to Wyatt and tell him you need the funds because we really shouldn't be charged for this. Just saying. We're doing this for you.
I'm just talking about making another one. This one is on me. But
Uh-huh.
if you mess up, 1,000 gold.
We'll try not to.
That would be pretty bad though if we happen to mess up.
Yeah,
Don't
We
have a
mess up, we have
backup.
bigger
mess
Got a
problems.
up.
whole horde of people come through.
We're not going to be able to pay him either way. We'll be dead.
How much gold do we have between us all? I've
I have
got
600.
I got 475.
690.
How do we fuck up?
Yeah, I don't think we will. It's just a backup.
What about the stash of gold that me and Demon Goat brought back?
Wait,
Where's
what?
that?
Yeah, where'd that go?
Mysteriously disappeared.
The troll gold.
You probably
Does
DUI'd
it
it
happen
in the
to
forest.
perfectly be 1,000 gold?
It's like outside. It got spilled all over the ground. You have no idea if there's anything left. Tom
God
seemed to
damn it,
be
Jordan.
very chipper today, so who knows where it went.
Damn it! I give Thomas, you little bastard, my dinosaur tooth and the gold. Well, I hope he spends that money well.
He just likes collecting shit.
Let's just take this to the bridge and get it set up.
Let's risk it for the
Sounds
biscuit.
good to me.
Alright, so you have one extremely volatile cask of Dragonfire, and it
Ooh.
will need to be handled very carefully. So just keep that in mind.
Hey, bartender. What's the news around the town today?
Usually by now that minstrel fellow has shown up here to have an afternoon drink. I don't suppose you've seen him since your love affair last night.
I saw him walking a little funny out of the bar not too long ago.
Well, that's a different problem.
Maybe.
Oh no, I didn't even see him last night.
Ah, well, if you see him, tell him I want to hear the story.
Okay. Maybe when Kyron and I go to the town across the bridge, one of y'all can find the minstrel.
Alright, so you guys walk out. And I'm going to take just a quick break because I need to use the restroom. But we will do 5 minutes, maybe,
Okay.
9:15.
Okay.